Welcome to the Prairie Street Prime Culinary Kitchen. I'm with our guest chef, David Barazate.
How are you? Good morning.
I'm good. Good morning. So today we're going to make some second cut briskets on the smoker. So David, you have two different methods of making the second cut. Let's start with that.
So today on the smoker, we're gonna do a Texas style second cut brisket. And the second one, we're making a second cut brisket with Harissa Rub.
Right, so we preheated the smoker to 235. We let that run for like 20 minutes to get everything. We actually have a full brisket in there already. So it's a good idea to get your smoker ready and at the temperature before you come in, but we're good to go. So on this one, you know, we said this in the other videos that we've done with Prairie Street meat. The meat speaks for itself. You don't need to make it super fancy, but you could do anything you want. For this cut, we just have some coarse salt and pepper. And look what David did here. He scored the meat on the fat side so you could let some of the salt and pepper ingredients go inside.
Also, when I smoke for so long, this fat melts and I hydrate the meat, so we don't have to be spraying that much. We're gonna spray it later.
Right,
But with the cutting the meats, it penetrates longer.
So when we trim the meats here for sure for a whole competition cut brisket, we leave like 1/4 of an inch fat cap on that because this is a very slow and long cook. You don't take a big piece of meat like this and go fast, and that fat will render down and melt and just give you
How many hours do you
beautiful
think
flavor.
about putting it
I
there?
think there's going to be about 10 hours. We're going to run it at about 210,
All right.
and we'll check on it in the beginning. We'll wrap it. But let's start.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the top. This one, get out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and close it down.
Right. You don't want to keep the lids open too much in general on a smoker and a grill, because if you're looking, you're not cooking, and all that heat that you built up has escaped. Yeah.
So for the second, I'm gonna bring this brisket here. Second cut, right?
That's what we're working with today, and look at that beautiful marbling that you have as well.
So what I'm trying to do on this one is a little bit more on the salt and pepper. What we did is a dry rub. It has paprika, harissa powder, sugar, pepper, and a little bit of coriander. We're gonna go heavy on it. Pretty much you're gonna cover the whole piece for both sides. For this one, once it's cooked, it's gonna be nice and crusty, and I'm gonna have a very particular flavor with all the smoke of the hours.
It's going to make a great bark,
Can you open
too.
it for me?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna add that here.
So when I do briskets, I actually learned this from Aaron Franklin, one of the gods of the briskets world, is I take a metal container and I put cold water in that and put it in the smoker the whole time. And that's one of my ways with these briskets to keep them hydrated without always spraying that. And it kind of keeps that steam a little, but it doesn't ruin the bark that you're creating there.
Right. And I'm gonna close it. On the meantime, also I want to serve for you guys some street corn. We're doing the prepping. We're probably gonna drop it like hour before all the meats are ready. So what I have done for you guys, I peel the husk of the corn, but I'm gonna wrap it inside. I have prepared for you guys a little bit of vegan butter with herbs.
So how did you do that? That's amazing.
I took vegan butter, made sure it's soft, added scallions, mint, and tarragon. Mix it back and roll it.
And then did you put it back in the fridge to harden a little?
Yeah, no, that was not back in the fridge. We can put it back in the fridge, but if you can also use it right away.
Right.
You have it ready?
Yeah, that looks beautiful. Do you put spices on as well, or that's built into that?
Just into that. I'm gonna add it salt and pepper as usual.
I'll tell you, you take Prairie Street Prime meat and you have a chef that shows us regular people how to make this, you're off to the races.
What we're going to do is close it back down.
Right.
You said the same hush as a
Protecting it.
As a protecting. Instead, put in foil paper or something like that. I can just put it down.
And it lets it breathe. It's much better than aluminum foil or something that doesn't let the corn breathe.
It's also give you like kind of the leaf steam flavor.
Right.
And with the smoke, it's a different word.
So in my smoker, I use cherry wood. Preference to fruit woods. I think it's not too strong of a flavor, but adds mild. What I found in all proteins, fish, and that the fruit woods work really well.
The cherries go.
The cherry, apples,
kind of mild and everything.
Yeah, great, excellent. So we're going to get back to this about an hour before the cook is finished. The brisket's going to need a good half hour to hour, and short ribs to rest.
Yeah.
And so we might even put it up almost when it's finished
It's
instead of
when
an
it's done,
hour
yeah.
before. So then they'll be
Okay.
actually timed together. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Let's do that.
Okay. Okay, we're going to do that. Great job. We'll
Thank
see
you
you
guys.
guys later
guys
when
in-
we come back. Okay, it's been about 5 hours, and we're going to check. We have 2 different kinds of second cut brisket, and we're going to go to the next step. Now, in brisket, there's many schools of thought of what the next step is. I have a guy behind set that likes to do it called naked. He takes it to the end. He doesn't wrap it. That's one school. You have the aluminum foil crowd that likes to put it in, but you might hurt the bark that you spend 6 hours making, and it'd be more like a pot roast. And kind of the way we do it here in Great Neck is we use butcher paper because it's the best of both worlds. We've gotten most of the smoke onto it, but it still lets the thing breathe while not retaining the crust. Okay.
So what we're gonna do now is just go ahead, check the smoker, and take the piece off.
Wow, that smells amazing.
Smells good. You guys see nice. It starts to get nice and crusty. We're gonna wrap it up. You wanna do you first to wrap it up the sides, and then we roll it. That way we make sure it doesn't go away. And we're gonna put it back in the smoker, upside down. The reason we put it upside down is not to lose any use and open it while it's smoking later. So we're gonna put it right in the same spot.
That's perfect. And of the 2 second cut briskets,
They're looking
we
good.
picked this one to wrap because it was a thinner cut than this one, and we were more interested in protecting this piece of meat. Okay, so we've wrapped that up. We have this version that's wrapped. That was a thinner piece. We have this other version. For some friends later, we actually have a full backer brisket for the after party of the crew, but we're gonna close this off.
We're probably coming back in 4 or 5 hours, and like 90 minutes previous, we're gonna drop the vegetables, which is gonna be the smoked street corn. So
Right.
see you guys in a bit, okay? Okay, guys, now we close it to finish the meat, about 30 minutes away. But I would like to add the vegetables on the smoker right now. I have the corn that we have prepared earlier. I'll keep it on the fridge to keep a little tight. The reason I put it in 30 minutes instead of 90 minutes is because the meats are gonna let it rest it for another full hour after it's done.
Right.
So they're gonna be the timing, like everything's gonna be done at the same time, ready to go.
And that's what we're always thinking
Yeah.
about, is how to finish the meal, that all the courses are done simultaneously.
Okay, let's go.
Perfect, go.
Careful there. The corns, I wanna find a room for it.
And that was with the custom vegan butter with the...
Vegan butter and herbs, yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
And that's a little bit of salt and pepper. And
That's
that's
amazing.
it. So now they put the vegetables on the place. I'm gonna leave it rest. And coming back in 30 minutes to remove the meat, let it rest, and leave the vegetable in for another 60 minutes.
It's very important because the juices need to redistribute them, and if
Needs
you
to come
don't,
back.
if you take a big piece of meat and you don't let it rest, you're just gonna blow all your
All
10
right.
hours of hard work.
Okay.
So we'll catch you on the flip side. We're back again. We've had a great time here, and today we're finishing our second cut brisket recipes. One was Texas style, salt and pepper, pretty
Simple,
basic,
yeah.
cherry wood, smoke. We're good to go. And the other was a harissa.
Paprika and other dry rubs.
Right.
We're gonna try side to side, see what you think.
You see what I think? And then one we wrapped because it was a thinner piece at like 165. It already had its smoke, all the smoke you're gonna get.
Yep.
So let's start with that one first. That
Okay.
was the Texas style. That's this one on the top.
Crank it out the temperature. This Unwrapped, this Christmas gift.
One of the amazing things about butcher paper, why I really like it, I'm a fan,
It holds.
is after you have all the smoke that you're gonna get on it, you want to protect that beautiful bark that you made, but don't have it dry out. And what butcher paper does is, you see, the juices are maintained, it lets it breathe, but at the same time keeps the crust going. Wow, look at that. Wow, so
amazing.
this is amazing. It smells amazing, and that's the hardest part about making something like a brisket. It could smell amazing, look amazing, but you can't taste it. If you don't let this rest, we're gonna have a major problem. So why don't we do that? We're gonna let this rest for about an hour
Look at
and
this
come
crust.
back. But look at that, that's just an amazing crust. Oh, we've been working this smoker today. I love the Camp Chef smokers. I've been using them for 4 years. They're amazing.
Also had to pull it out of the corn.
Yeah, of course.
This is the corn we did previously with vegan butter and herbs.
Beautiful. So now we're going to let this rest for about an hour, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, we're back. It's been rested to the corn and turned into the salad. 3 corn salad with the smoked corn, cilantro, and the harissa mayo. And you have the rested, the one covered, and the one naked. Okay,
Look at that.
hot.
Look at that. Look at
hot
that
still.
juice. Look at that. It's just amazing.
What do you think?
I can't speak. I can't speak because there's just pure decadence of
There was the
brisket.
salt and pepper, or there was the other rub?
This is the Texas salt and pepper.
Salt and
one.
pepper, simple, right?
Yeah, you try it. But you start with great meat. That's the main thing, right?
Yes, when you start with a great product, you can go much round.
But on the channel, we're here to help you build confidence and teach you the right way. But that is outrageous.
Very good.
Getting a very good from this guy means a lot. Good is usually excellent. So very good must mean the stratosphere. Okay, we're going to go for, let's take a little end piece of that one.
Yeah. So we give a cut here.
This is also beyond amazing. And the reason I took the end piece also is it's kind of the litmus test. It's thinner here. And if this isn't dried out, then you know that's going to be phenomenal, right?
If this one didn't dry out, this one is still juicy and nice. This one, you
It's
see
not
it-
dried out. It's
yes,
perfect.
and you see the rub we made with the harissa, paprika, and the other rub we made on it. You got the sweetness.
It's amazing.
So it's give it to a different level. I think that was good. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You know, people brisket, they get a little intimidated by that, but kind of you just practice. You start with small pieces. What did we do? Let's just recap. We put it up at low smoke, low temperature for a while. We kept it moist. We put the water container in the smoker. We wrapped it at 165 for this one. The bigger piece we let naked. And there we have it. Second cut briskets. 2 different methods. Both was fantastic. You start with prairiestreetprime.com meat. You're in great shape. Thanks, David. Another great video.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, and I think we'll call you again. Maybe next time we shoot in Miami at your place there.
We should do that.
Yeah,
Chef's
definitely.
table in my house.
No problem.
All right,
Thank you
guys,
very
thank you for
much.
having
We'll
me.
see you next Sunday at 2 p.m. prairiestreetprime.com and our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe, comment, like, support us, give us some love.
Remember,
We're putting-
every Sunday, 2 p.m.
That's right. We're
releasing a
there.
new video.
You meet handsome guys like this all the time. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
All right. Bye, guys.
Subscribe to our channel now and set your notifications so you don't miss our latest recipes and chef-led tutorials. Then head over to prairiestreetprime.com to shop for your next big meal.